In a democracy the size and scope of India, it is often not easy to make sense of what's happening, especially when the world of news seems to be running on a 24/7 by 365 timeline. One that is also always hungry for eyeballs. In such a scenario, questions like what's important, what's immediate, and what is meant for the larger good somehow get washed away in the flood of images and headlines. So where does that leave the ordinary citizen who depends on his newspaper, his TV, or even his radio for his daily dose of what's happening around the world? To get a feel of who is it for whom this giant news wheel rolls, we went out on the streets to ask the common man himself. Our journey begins from a newsstand in central Delhi, a place known as Connaught Place. From here, we move on to ask the public, that is you and I, what the media means to us.
They have been telling people that this is being done wrong and this is being done right.
जो भी आजकल हो रहा है, जिस बारे में भी हो रहा है, चाहे वो गवर्नमेंट हो, चाहे हमारी अपनी सोशल लाइफ हो, वो मीडिया है.
We can't think living without media.
हमें नहीं आता है कुछ भी समझ नहीं. कुछ बातें ऐसी होती हैं जो कि गवर्नमेंट के फेवर में जाती हैं, जो कि मीडिया को नहीं करनी चाहिए.
क्राइम पहले हुआ उसका निचोड़ निकालते हैं.
मची है कैसी आपाधापी, करे मनमानी निश्चर पापी.
हमारी जो समाज के अंदर एक मीडिएटर का काम कर रही है.
The whole Indian people can watch and what's happening to another country and all that.
Yes, indeed, the media is very important in our lives. But then arises the question whether this important cog in the wheel is doing its job as well and as seriously as people expect it to. To find out more, we went to Delhi's JNU, or Jawaharlal Nehru University, the supposed hub of intellectual discourse, where ideas about who we are and where we are headed are discussed and thrashed out at its various academic forums. Talking to the students here, we got the idea that all's not well with the Fourth Estate.
The role of media, as it is known as the pillar of democracy, but right now it's not playing its role. I mean, it's not functioning well. It has that capacity to, a democracy, it is known by only 3-4 things, and that media is very important.
Well, it's I guess one of the finest question. I guess when we talk of media, especially in the Indian context, it has actually copied the corporate nature, which was very much prevalent in the Western country, especially the UK or USA. But now the Indian media has become very corporatic.
The basic role of the media is to disseminate information and to empower people and to take their voices. But then when this information is controlled, when it is in the hands of few people, so then we must not expect proper information.
There are blogging sites, microblogging, social media. Hasn't that sort of changed the way people looked at news or the origin of things?
Yeah, look, that's right now a good innovation in media houses. Like you have bloggers, you have Facebook, you have social networking sites. This is innovation in the media houses. By this, it has both positive as well as negative sides. Positive in the sense because now it's being controlled by the masses. Suppose the information which is being shared within the group, so it's like within the community. So it's not the information which is being disseminated out in the public using social networking and blogs. It's not controlled directly by the corporate houses. But at the same time, the hidden designs within these social networking sites and blogs. So we should not also, we should take that also into consideration.
पहली बात तो मीडिया की जो खामी, मीडिया का जो पूरा का पूरा ओल्ड प्रिंसिपल था, अगर उस प्रिंसिपल से हम उसको आंकना शुरू करें तो बहुत दूर मीडिया चली गई है. जिस मास के लिए हम मीडिया को इस तरह से देखते थे कि जो भी थर्ड वर्ड से लेकर के जो भी मार्जिनाइज्ड सेक्शन है उसका एक वॉइस बनेगा, उनका मतलब जो उनकी ज़रूरत है उसको एक वॉइस देगा, उससे वो अलग हट चुका है. जैसे बहुत सारी मीडिया की कैटेगरीज हम देख रहे हैं, जैसे कि एक फैशन से लेकर के और जितना कि पूरा का पूरा एक एलिट सोसाइटी है वो उसका अपर मिडिल क्लास का रिप्रेजेंटेटिव होकर के रह गया, उसकी सीमा वहीं तक है. क्योंकि आज अगर हम स्टूडेंट से लेकर के, अगर हम अपने सेक्शंस को देखें, फार्मर से लेकर के, लेबर से लेकर के, और किसी भी इस तरह के सोसाइटी का इस तरह के सेक्शन का वॉइस मीडिया बनने की स्थिति में नहीं है.
I find media is mostly focused on bringing forth the gossip part of the news so that it is catering to the audience's demand somewhere, but then yeah, more of educational value is what I'm looking for in media. I think media should become more responsible. I mean, given the kind of suppose the news channels and the way they cover the stories and kind of infiltrating into people's lives. I mean, there should be some limitation.
Indian media has become very sectorial and it represents the interest of very one powerful sector. So it should disseminate the information in its truest and in its rarest, in its perfect form.
Does that mean that the media today is going through a crisis of some sort? To answer that question, we met up with veteran journalist and media watcher Madhu Trehan, who today runs an online channel that asks some very valid questions about the media's role in making or even sometimes manufacturing public opinion. Do you think there's a crisis of credibility in the media today?
Absolutely. The whole point of journalism is that when a reader or viewer of television looks at the news, there has to be a suspension of disbelief. That is the mutual understanding and trust between the journalist, the news organization, and their audience. And if that suspension of disbelief disappears, obviously we have a huge gap of credibility. And right now when you read the newspapers, you're looking at more as who's planted what against whom and why this story is there. Who is it in, who's taking advantage of this kind of a story, who's getting an advantage of this kind of a story. And all this happens only because there is this credibility gap.
Lately, we've seen this split between an alternate media and the mainstream media. Why do you think that split has come up in the past?
What do you mean, alternate media? Which is?
There's alternate media, which is largely consists of the online sites and people who are commenting, like yourself, on the mainstream media, which is controlled by.
Yes, absolutely. There's a huge gap. Like everything else in India, there are gaps in language. You know, the English speaking and the regional speaking. There's gaps in that. There are gaps in income. There's gaps in caste and class and social strata. And now there's a gap in media, which is those who are not controlled by corporate organizations or dependent on advertising, and the online media, which is free. So it is a huge democratic space where anybody and everybody can say anything. Of course, that is fraught with dangers because there is a lack of responsibility in that. People can say anything without proof, and everyone jumps onto that as a fact because somebody has said it. And very often when you ask for facts, for example, this recent DVD, CD that's been doing the rounds in Delhi, and Abhishek Singhvi took an injunction against a news organization from publishing it, successfully got the injunction. It's been spread all over that the man promised favors for getting her to become a judge, and that's not true. That's not true. He has not offered favors, and if the audio is not at all easily identifiable, you can't focus on it, you can't get the actual words, it's very blurred. But it's all over the online space that this has happened. There's no facts to prove it. And many such incidents, which online space gets into a rather irresponsible sort of state. It's great for it that it's democratic and everybody has a chance to be heard. But then everybody as citizens should also understand that there's a responsibility required in that.
News laundry is supposed to also take a light-hearted look at things because the media is considered to take itself too seriously sometimes. Doesn't that dilute from the larger picture of sort of showing the media its own face?
I don't think one cancels out the other. I think we can afford to laugh at ourselves. We can afford to be critiqued. There is no reason why we shouldn't be. News laundry should be critiqued. In fact, somebody in our organization has done it. The story has to be worked on, but there's no reason not to do it. And definitely, nobody is above criticism.
आपने एक वेबसाइट शुरू की है जिसका नाम है भड़ास फॉर मीडिया.
क्या वजह थी ऐसी वेबसाइट शुरू करने की?
देखिए, हम लोग कहते हैं कंटेंट इज किंग। मीडिया इंडस्ट्री में जो बेसिक नारा होता है कंटेंट इज किंग, और मीडिया एक मिशन की तरह माना जाता था। बदले दौर में जब मार्केट इकोनॉमी ने जो है हस्तक्षेप किया, तो उसमें ऐसा लगा कि शायद कंटेंट किंग नहीं रहा, मार्केटिंग हावी होता जा रहा है, बाजार हावी होता जा रहा है। तो फिर मुझे लगा कि एक ऐसी प्लेटफॉर्म की ज़रूरत है जहाँ पे कंटेंट के लोग हैं, वो अपनी पीड़ा, अपनी दिक्कतें, अपनी परेशानियाँ, इवन कंटेंट में क्या ट्रेजेडी आ रही है, क्यों कंटेंट शिफ्ट कर रहा है नई जगह पे, उस पर हम लोग बात कर सकते हैं। तो एक कंटेंट का चौपाल हो, ये मेरे ख्याल से एक हम लोगों ने शुरुआती दौर में मुझे लगा था कि हम बहुत अच्छा काम करते हैं, बहुत बढ़िया करते हैं, लेकिन हमारी सैलरी, हमारा काम कम रिकॉग्नाइज होता है मुकाबले एक मार्केटिंग वाले के। तो ये था कि भाई अगर हम कंटेंट किंग है तो कंटेंट वाला बंदा भी सबसे टॉप पे होना चाहिए।
कहाँ तक ये आम आदमी के लिए कितना यूज़फुल है आपकी साइट? आम आदमी क्या उसमें से ले सकते हैं?
देखिए, ऐसा है कि अब जो नया दौर है, जबकि हम न्यू मीडिया की बात करते हैं, सोशल जो नेटवर्किंग साइट्स हैं उसकी बात करते हैं, तो जो पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं उनकी अपनी एक दुनिया होती है। और चूँकि अब हम 3G में आने वाले हैं, 4G आ रहा है, शुरुआत हो चुकी है, तो ये जो ये पहुँचेगा उसी तरह जैसे जो है कभी अखबार जो है बहुत सीमित हिस्से में होता था, बाद में साक्षरता के बढ़ने के साथ जो है फैलता गया, अभी भी लगातार प्रसार बढ़ रहा है। जबकि विदेशों में अखबार का प्रसार घट रहा है और अखबार बंद हो रहे हैं, क्योंकि वहाँ लिटरेसी पूरी हो चुकी है। तो हम लोग उस मोड में हैं जहाँ पे न्यू मीडिया जो है इस देश में लगातार हस्तक्षेप कर रहा है और आगे बढ़ेगा, भविष्य बहुत उज्जवल है।
The picture does look grim, especially when so much of the public's faith and trust is placed on what the media says. In reality, however, there seems to be a growing gap in what the media says and what it really does. It's not always easy to talk about the media, especially when there seem to be so many different views about it. Views that are often strongly opposed to each other. We'll slip into a short break now, but when we come back, we will further examine the nature of this beast called the media.